I've come to the I've come to the conclusion that I'm just not ever ready for these intros. Like it's just like I'm here, but like I mentally never think of what I'm gonna say before I say it. I just hit record and we start. I digress. Anyways, this video was recommended to me by someone who, ironically, broke up with their girlfriend and they're friends with him. And you know who you are. Yeah, you know who you are. I'm talking to you. But I was told to react to this video. We'll see. You know, it's just why you should never be friends with your ex. I will see if I agree. You know, I got a little bit of experience. Not a lot, but I got a little bit. So let's see. Let me. Well, okay.
I think we should break up.
Period.
Boom. A shock wave hits you. This is it. It's over. You could feel it for a while now, but truly,
Pause.
this was it. But oddly enough, instead of retaliation, you feel relief. Actually, I agree, I think. The spark had faded, and that's okay. The relationship had run its course and provided what it could for both of your lives, leaving you with nothing but respect and admiration for someone you shared so many great memories with. Even though things are ending, you're genuinely glad you were someone you had in your life.
I hope we can still be friends, though.
Psych.
Are you crazy? I want to be friends with you. Yeah, if I haven't made it abundantly clear, I don't think staying friends with your ex is the brightest idea for him. At the very least, right after you break up.
You don't think they can be friends at all?
What? Oh, you must not understand what I was saying. Right after you break up.
Sure, why not?
Immediately.
Okay.
I don't think you hear me. Frame 1.
Yeah.
Really? What is wrong with you people? I'm not tripping here. I don't think you're getting me. I'm not talking about friends either. The most you see of each other is the second intervals on your Instagram story. No. I mean a bona fide, you're talking, you're texting, you're eating out, not that kind. Friends.
Sure, it's not impossible. Do you think it is?
Honestly, yeah, I do. Because A,
weird.
I think you need time away from your former partner so any lingering feelings can go away completely. Because it's genuinely hard to let go of someone and grow if they are always like there, you know? And I know that because it's a proven fact.
Okay, I know something's wrong because you're quoting articles within the first 2 minutes of the video. Are you okay?
And B, I
Thank
feel
you.
like historically, being actually really, but for real though, platonic friends with the person you were smashing last week leads to some less than positive relationships. And this is also historically true. One 2000 study found that friendships between exes were more likely to have negative qualities and less likely to have positive ones than cross-sex platonic friendship.
Curtis, what are you getting at?
So, after all this evidence, all that solid reasoning, why?
Oh my God.
Frame 1, y'all? 1. Frame 1. Come on, y'all. Are you kidding me? Literally, these stats agree with me. I truly,
agree.
genuinely don't understand you people.
I mean, there's gotta be at least some truth if both polls say.
And that's the point of this video. Where is it at, though? So today, I'm going to explore why people make the unusually poor decision to become friends with their ex right after a breakup. AKA, why all of you are crazy people, but that didn't
I
look as
agree.
good in the title.
I agree with him. Big Mike, huh? Oh, no. They ain't my patrons.
Now, a lot of y'all are probably thinking I was on my whole fuck my ex vibes because we probably had some ugly, disgusting, visceral end to our relationship. And that was correct. But the initial breakup wasn't because we hated each other. In fact, it initially ended pretty amicably, to be honest. The reason I was saying fuck her after we broke up
She moved on.
is because I was after we broke up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, not the. As we got into the friends phase, things got like a bit more complicated to the point where she asked to spend the night, but not in a weird way, like kids do for sleepovers. And I'm like, oh, that's fine,
That
that's
won't
fine.
end well.
Nothing can go wrong. It will
That
be
will never
completely.
end well.
Okay, I don't know about you, but that is not what I did at my sleepovers as a kid. Here, let me run y'all the play-by-play of the 3 wildest years of my life. So we start out trying to be friends. We accidentally smash every once in a while. So
Now, when we see the other talking to someone else, we get jealous, which leads us trying to work things out until one night here doing it with my friend, so I smashed someone else in retaliation, leading to an STD scare, which brought her back into my life as an emotional crutch, leading us to once again becoming friends with benefits until she gives me an STD scare, which led to us hating each other but still wanting to smash. So I had to sneak around in my basement like it was an underground railroad just so we could keep smashing, and then I'd kick her out of my room.
And then there was one more STD scare. So,
Okay, pause.
yeah.
Don't take what I'm about to say offensively.
You're about to say the most offensive thing, huh?
I am.
Fucking let her rip.
If this is the grounds for your argument, you're definitely projecting right now, you petri dish of a man.
Ouch.
That telenovela you just told is not common in any stretch of the word.
Okay, yeah, sure, but like, still frame 1, though.
You got 4 STD scares, frame 1. You have no room to talk.
Gotcha.
Kurt, some people can just break up and stay friends after their breakup. Not everyone is as emotionally irresponsible as you. And if I heard you right, not everyone sneaks girls to their room through the basement like Harriet Tubman.
Look, all right, you're right. I do think some people can be friends right out the
Well,
gate.
we had to bring
It's
Harry
true.
Tubman in. Why she kept
And
him
yes,
straight?
you're right. All right, my emotional control, if it was horsepower, would be like 3.
Human legs.
3 human legs, sure. But come on. Even if we forget my personal experience, despite the data, these graphs adding up to the majority of people thinking it's okay to be friends with your ex immediately is insane.
I mean, I guess.
Frame 1, bro!
Oh my god.
To contextualize it, there are some certain prerequisite bars that need to be cleared before you can be friends with your ex. Bar 1, both people in the end of a relationship should truly feel nothing, nada, for
Okay.
each other, or at least so little that the difference was negligible, romantic. And if you can't jump over that one, and you still feel the need to get into the wondrous, splendid wonderland that is just being friends. Number 2, both parties must have enough control over their emotions that if they hang out in person and or see the other acting romantically with someone else, it won't affect them emotionally. Like if like your new relationship with your ex as like a relationship you have with donating a cool t-shirt. Maybe it's too big or maybe it's shrank in the wash or something, but you know y'all don't fit together anymore and it's time to move on and pass it on. You gotta be okay with the idea of dropping in that little Goodwill drop box. And despite your love and affection and attraction for this t-shirt, you won't be too pressed if you see someone else with it or f***ing it. And I don't think that happens often. Like, sure it happens, but enough for this, though? Frame 1?
He cannot get over
I
that.
get it.
But seriously, why do people think it's okay?
Well, even when it's not amicable, I'm sure there's hundreds of reasons why exes stay friends. Some of them are even good reasons. People are complicated.
Complicate these nuts, but I Googled it. There are literally only 4 reasons.
Oh, here we go again. Who's been teaching you about
out.
Google Scholar?
In fact, I am so confident. How about this? If even one of these reasons are good and friendships based off those reasons turn out positively more often than not, I will shut up and admit I'm wrong.
Ooh, the only thing I ever want? Deal. But you might end up surprised.
Surprise these nuts, bitch. I got it.
What's wrong with him?
I am gonna celebrate so hard as soon as you're wrong.
Okay, so a study was
Pause.
done back in 2017 where 288 adults ages 18 to 62 were surveyed about why they became friends with their ex after their breakup.
Frame 1.
Frame 1. And apparently there are 4 key motivations for couples wanting to stay friends. And the first one is, drumroll, get a drumroll, unresolved romantic desire.
Fair.
I'm off to a fantastic start. This is exactly what it sounds like. You stay friends because of the 3 C's. You still want companionship, you still want what could have been, and you still want coochie. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, if you will. I feel like I don't have to explain why this is bad. In fact, I definitely don't have to because the study does it for me. According to this, most relationships that end with this route reportedly end negatively. Who would have guessed?
Precisely.
Baby.
Shut the f up, Harriet Tubman. This was literally one of yours.
Sorry,
Why
I
should
couldn't
keep going
hear
back
you
in?
over me being
Yeah,
right.
yeah, but you kept
Moving
it
moving on. Now that I'm on a roll, let's keep it going. Next up, the number 2 reason is, drum roll, civility. I feel like the drum roll isn't as cool when it's not self-explanatory. Whatever,
not.
it's fine. According to the study, basically this means staying friends to be polite. Retroactively making the energy of ending a 3-year relationship the same as remembering
I
to
get that.
take off your shoes when you enter someone's apartment.
Hold on a second. Civility also covers not wanting to hurt an ex-partner's feelings to avoid confrontation
Who is
and
this
staying
girl?
friends out of guilt for breaking up with them.
Which are, while, yeah, more understandable than wanting the Holy Spirit, Still bad.
But understandable.
Subjectively, sure. It might be hard to end things completely, but sometimes they need to end so you both can heal. I said that earlier. You need time away. And you're throwing this competition away because I bet this is another one for me. Let's see me be proven right again. What are the usual outcomes of these relationships? Neutral. What the f does neutral mean?
I think it means there was a fairly even amount of negative and positive outcomes.
Where did you get? No celebrating yet. You are not right yet. I'm not wrong yet. We're moving on, I guess. Next up is number 3. Security. All right, yeah, the drum roll definitely isn't as cool. If it isn't so, don't do the drum roll for the night. This means staying friends to not lose the ex-partner's emotional support, advice, or trust. Basically saying, I trust you and I want you to remain in my life as a confidant and supportive presence. Also making you a very weak individual.
Does it say that? It does not say that.
Well, it's true.
Isn't this also another reason why you stayed with your ex?
But again, that's the point. I was in a very bad place. I didn't have a lot of people around and, well, she was my best friend. I didn't want to lose her. And when we tried to stay friends, I couldn't separate the two. And I feel like most people can't.
Well, everyone isn't you. Some people might. All it takes is the ability to make better emotional decisions, Harriet.
Okay, you gonna stop with the Harriets right now? And let's be real. There's no way this turns out healthy. Let's just see that I'm right and move on. How? Literally how? Did you contact Rebecca L. Griffith from University of Kansas and flood the results or something?
Nope.
Emotionally, how can this type of relationship end positively?
Emotion, these nuts, bitch, everyone isn't you.
Was I actually tripping? Because I mean, like, that couldn't work, right? Like, sure, you might be in a tough place, but how can you separate it?
Everyone isn't you.
Maybe. Okay. Let's just, what's the last one? Number 4. Yo, quit with the, stop with the stupid drum roll, please. Stop.
This man's defeated.
Practicality, which is staying friends to avoid losing the ex-partner's financial support, the social status, and standing associated with the relationship, or because you have a child together or shared possessions. So basically, you work together or go to school together, and thus we should stay on good terms to minimize drama. All right, well, I kind of get this point. I guess being able to manage relationships is important. Sometimes you're dependent on one another, and I don't know if it means you should be friends, but at the very least cordial. I get it. Like, if you dated within your friend group, when you break up, the whole group gets thrown into whack. I'm sure it's hard to enjoy your time with the homies if the homies were f***ing each other and don't like each other anymore. In fact, according to the same study, this reason is very common amongst members of the LGBTQ community, which makes sense because in that situation, it's not uncommon to date within your friend group, which can be rough when it doubles as your community and safe space. When those relationships end, if you're not friends anymore, who do you have left that can relate to you? It can lead to you having no community anymore. It's not practical. So I'm afraid to ask, but so how often do these work out? I am confused. Very confused, but I guess I get it. All right, overall, I think maybe this is what everyone in that poll was talking about. And maybe I'm just not the kind of guy who can act all buddy-buddy with someone who I gave my entire heart to. I don't know. I feel like that stuff takes time, at least for me. And even if the majority of people don't feel like I do know some people might feel the same. But I guess it depends on how things ended and who you are. And I guess I'm just not that guy. But some people can be. I think it all comes down to knowing your emotional limits and contextualizing when it's okay to be friends with your ex. I mean, I don't understand it at all. Everyone's different, and there are some circumstances that make it possible, both internal and external. And I guess I know mine. So maybe it is okay to stay friends with your ex.
Frame 1.
Frame 1.
Wow, what a change.
But it does depend on who you are.
Yeah, then you gotta be ready.
Yo, are you gonna stop?
Yep, and that's gonna do it for another video. Was that Tuesday? I don't even know what today is. It's been a long day. I'm tired. It's late again. I know. Anyways, I just want to get my final touches on the video. I agree. I don't think you should be friends with your ex, at least not immediately. I think you should give some time for yourself to you to understand yourself and understand why you left that relationship. And then over time, I think you can get back together with your ex. But at the same time, it's just on who you are and how your relationship worked. So I guess this video kind of convinced me in the end. And I didn't expect it. So I'll see you guys back at it again tomorrow. And you know what, the same type of stuff.